have a good government. You can look up on the wall there and see the seal. The motto of the Cayman Islands is, "He hath founded it upon the seas." And that's from the Book of Psalms. This island was founded on religious principles, just like America was a long time ago. People wanted to come here and worship in peace and be left alone. And everybody had to be a seafarer. This guy over here on your right brought Cayman into the modern world, Jim Bowden. He promoted banking, finance, and tourism in the late 60s and early 70s. And before him, everybody was a seafarer. All the men had to go to sea. Even boys as young as 12 could look forward to going to sea and making money. That's what the next statue is dedicated to, seafarers. And before tourism in the firm, the thing that people knew about the Cayman Islands is that the men were great seafarers, shipbuilders and navigators. But my favorite statue is the one on the corner. It's called Equality. It's dedicated to women getting equal rights. All around the world, women are still treated bad by us men, to our sisters and mothers. Be nice to them, or you'll end up in this next building, the courthouse. Yeah. And they don't mess around here. When you go to high court here, the judges have a powdered wig, a bad-looking one. The lawyers dress up like Dutch master cigar guys, and they send the accused in a little box called a docket. You're supposed to look down at the ground and shut up and be contrite. And I'm sure in the old days they could pull a lever and you fell right through the floor on into the bowels. And if you get 20 years here, not a lot of plea bargaining here. You serve 20 years. Life means life. People die in prison here. I think it cuts down on crime. This is the post office, 1939. That's when it was made by a famous shipmaker, Ray L. Bowden. And he was a famous builder here in the Cayman Islands. He built a beautiful church, the library, and the post office. And he was known as a marine architect. He was famous for building great ships. And shipbuilders are great builders. You build a drafty house, no problem. You build a drafty boat, you sink. This was the first road before there were even cars. A little dirt road right here, Shedden Road. There's Subway. Remember Jared that lost all the weight? That's where he got fat. Right there. You eat 2 subs at a time. I was watching. There used to be a bar right here on your right called the Standard Bar. And further up ahead on the right, there's a little turquoise novelty shop that long ago was the first store. It was H.O. Merritt's first store. It was all-around general store and dry goods right here, this turquoise building coming up. Looks like a hog-sty. There was livestock, pigs, chickens all around the water, people butchering turtles. And the name stuck. That's officially called Hog-Sty Bay. Hello! All kinds of nice shops all through here. You can get a Cuban cigar right down the way there. All these shops are technically duty-free, which just means no tax added. And all kinds of shops like that through here. Up ahead is Margaritaville, where you can hear every song Jimmy Buffett ever recorded over and over and over and over. Carl, did you put the drain plug in? No! Oh, we're going down. Iceberg, dead ahead. Wait, wrong movie. Hold on, let me hear it.
See what? Oh, that one is again.
Yeah.
See it?
Okay, that's the
TV. That's what's underneath us.
Under the bus that looks down at the bottom of the sea, we might see Jimmy Hoffa down here on the bottom. There's a guy sleeping on the dock. The night belonged to Michelob. The day belonged to Hangover. But look at the beautiful color of the water. Where it's turquoise and blue-green, there's a white sandy bottom, which is deceptive because it's not true sand. It's crushed coral. Parrotfish nibble on the coral reef and digest the coral polyp. And they excrete the crushed coral as sand. So all the sand in the Caribbean has passed through a parrotfish over millions of years. And off to the right, you can see the northwest tip of the island. This is the widest spot of the island. It's about 5.5 miles wide. And that's another reason pirates loved the Cayman Islands. They were hard to find. You could barely see the end of the island. 5.5
There's Sabrina.
If you took a right turn right now, after you pass the northwest tip of the island, another 160 miles, you hit Cuba.
Take all the way over there. Sabrina, back up.
But very few people get on rafts here and go to Cuba. It's usually the other way around. But if you wanted to, you could build a raft and float into Cuba.
Picture.
All underneath this is coral. And coral is an amazing animal. It looks like a
I don't touch
Yeah, you
nothing.
touch. I'm telling you.
I don't touch nothing.
It's like a miniature upside down jellyfish. And it gets 98% of its energy from photosynthesis because it traps algae in its flesh. Folks, this is how you get your flag. See the pale people over here? When you leave the shore, you should always have a flag or a buoy when you snorkel out in the boat area. You're living dangerous. No, because jet skis race up and down here. It happens not in Cayman, but every year we hear about it in resort areas. People go buy a jet skis and snorkel. If you don't see that guy with a kayak, that's what you need to have. If you go to another destination, anywhere you rent snorkel gear, scuba gear, if you're leaving the shore, if you have a red flag with a white stripe, it helps people see you. And those guys also didn't have a snorkel vest. You should always have a flotation device in case you get a cramp or something. It's quite a long way from the shore.
You take a picture?
Also, too, are there any scuba divers on board? Always carry a dive knife in case you see a shark. You don't stab the shark, you just poke your buddy a couple times and he'll be the one that bleeds. And then the shark will eat him. You know the old story, you don't have to outrun the bear, you just have to outrun the guy that's in front of you. A coral is an animal that builds a hard shell around itself out of calcium carbonate. The same thing as limestone is made out of. And that's what we call the coral. It's really the little coral polyp's house. And they live collectively in a big commune. And over thousands of years it builds up into a reef.
That one's Carnival Glory.
Of the coral is
Carnival Glory?
alive.
Yeah.
This is small.
All underneath it are his ancestors. So a piece of coral that's 30 feet thick has taken thousands of years to grow. That's how they can calculate the age of the coral reef. And all around Cayman is fairly healthy coral because Cayman was slow to develop. There's no rivers or streams here either that let polluted water run into the ocean. The products that people use to fertilize their yard and Roundup, weed killer, and all that is borrowed from the coral. High nitrogen fertilizer makes algae blooms to kill the coral. But we don't have any rivers or streams. It's a very arid island. And all the rain that falls collects in puddles and swamps and slowly oozes through the limestone and back out to the sea. It also makes mosquitoes, which used to be a huge problem in the Cayman Islands. That's another reason it was slow to develop. It was thick with mosquitoes. And most people just showed up here to collect turtles. Pirates and good guys. That's how it got the name Tortuga. And turtles used to be considered wonderful food. Seafarers would put turtles in the bilge of their boats that would live for 3 months. Then they could bring them up on deck and make a pot of turtle soup, and that was considered really good eating. Strangely enough, lobster was considered poor man's food. Turtle was considered top of the line. You can still buy turtle soup here because they raise some turtles at the turtle farm for food. You can order a bowl of turtle soup and go, give me a bowl of turtle soup and make it snack. But this coral is also dangerous to ships, and all through the Caribbean are shipwrecks. Modern shipwrecks, ancient shipwrecks, all through the Caribbean because the weather can change and there's coral. And Carl is going to navigate us over a shipwreck. Now, if your cruise ship came in this close, it would hit the coral. And even though this cruise ship hull is
take everything.
Hardly any.
My daughter and my wife
Most of
with
the
me.
sharks hang around the nightclubs and discotheques, trying to chat with the ladies. But sharks and porpoises
I am on this.
like to have schooling fish that they can get into a panicky ball. And they can exploit their panic and pick them off. Here, almost all the fish, most of the fish are reef fish, which means they have a place to run and hide. They have a little location. So if a barracuda comes by, or a predator fish, they can run and hide in a crack or crevice. Now, off to your right-hand side, down to the south, past the island, if you went 35 miles, you come to the Cayman Trench, a huge crack in the earth, 10 Grand Canyons wide and long, where two tectonic plates meet and push down. It's called subduction. And all along this trench are earthquakes. Ever heard of the Cayman earthquake? No, it doesn't look good on a brochure. But we get them. And poor
On the
Guatemala
sea
gets them,
now.
and so does Haiti. Anybody here from Haiti? Haiti gets earthquakes. In fact, Sean Penn is always in Haiti because of earthquakes. In fact, if you ever see Sean Penn run, an earthquake is coming, he attracts the earthquake.
Yeah.
Carl is going to take us to another shipwreck here. That's one of the problems with coral and being in the Caribbean. Is the weather can look like this in the morning, and at night a storm could come, or a hurricane, or a squall,
Maybe that's where
and
we're
you
going.
could be dashed upon the coral, or a reef you don't know about, or a little island. And all through the Caribbean are little places, seamounts, things that stick up, fishing banks that are maybe 30 feet within the surface, and in a storm, your ship, a big ship could be dashed on them. Now Carl is going to take us down to a shipwreck called the Balboa. It went down in 1932.
Maybe we're going to that one.
First, we're going to ram the sub. It's not really a sub, it's a mock sub.
Okay.
It's called a
Maybe we're
semi-submersible.
coming there.
But he wants to be fully submersible.
That's the one we go to down.
And what it is you sit down in the bottom of that thing and look out windows that have
That is salt now.
condensation on them, and you hope it's not salty. That means the water's coming in. Carl's going to take us right over a shipwreck called the Balboa. Look, here's a piece of it. This is a real shipwreck. It's not a Disney wreck. I mean, it wasn't put down just to die.
Right under here.
It's been lying right here since 1932.
You can see something.
Now, it may not seem far to shore, but in a storm, that's a long way to swim. And believe it or not, in 1932 and before that, not everybody could swim that was on a ship. Swimming is kind of a modern luxury thing. So there were people on ships that couldn't swim a stroke. When the ship would go down, they'd have raincoats on and big rubber boots and hats, and they would drown within this close of a distance
Where's the
from
call?
the shore. But this ship has been lying just like this since 1932.
This boat
Now,
over
if we
there?
could come back in a time machine in 100 years,
In that one.
we wouldn't see any of
That's
this.
where I'm going?
The ocean tides and everything can rust away the steel. Coral grows on pieces that won't rust away. And after 100 years, this would be invisible. That's why it's so hard to find those treasure ships. Because all the wood rots away, or Toreador or a piece of wood. And the iron rusts away. And sand and coral cover the rest. And we could be over a big pile of gold right now and not even know it because it's covered with sand. And all through the Caribbean are literally hundreds and hundreds of shipwrecks. From the Spanish galleon days up into modern times. Thousands of wrecks.
I think I'm gonna stop
In
it.
1971, straight off to your left, right in the middle of 7 Mile Beach, a couple of Dalton, Georgia, we're snorkeling in 8 feet of water. The wife saw gold and blue lying out in the open on the bottom. They went down and fanned the sand. There were more. She said to the husband, "Go rent scuba gear." He goes, "I don't know how." She goes, "Listen to me, I'm your wife." And he did it, thankfully. And they went down and they collected all the gold, silver, and
No, I don't have any.
Okay, no.
Most of the time, the pirates were happy to spend all the money. They weren't good savers. And pirates were generally a democracy, believe it or not. They voted the captain in. He was usually the meanest, or the biggest, or the best at finding treasure. Usually he was there by popular opinion of the other men. Or he was so big and scary like Blackbeard they were afraid to say anything against him. But most of the pirates lived a short, miserable life. Blackbeard, the big famous pirate, was wanted, #1 criminal in the British legal system. Wanted. His fate was 4 years long. And this is the Cali. This is from 1948. This is another shipwreck. The Cali was called a Gulf Rice. And it went down right here. Look at it. This is the bad thing about cargo ships. They hold so much weight and to save money, they're usually underpowered. You know, to use less fuel. Like the boats on the Perfect Storm, the fishing boats, just have just enough power to get them going. And when the Cali started to take on water, it hurried to get to Cayman. And when they made it to shore, they thought they were going to be okay. But the Rice started to expand. And it holds a lot of weight in water. And the Cali was getting lower.